run to IPC, among other offences. All of them are on bail. Well, the trial went on. Charges came to be framed. Petitioners pleaded not guilty. Trial went on. Nearly about 65 witnesses came to be examined. Then, my lord, the prosecution would close its case or side. Thereafter, the trial court would post a matter for recording of the statement of the accused in section 313. Statement of the accused also came to be recorded. Then it was set down for either for defense evidence or for hearing final arguments. It was at that point of time, my lord, a writ petition came to be filed before this honorable court seeking for further investigation at the hands of some other agency. But that writ petition came to be dismissed by this court. But the aggrieved would take up the matter before the Supreme Court in a special leave petition. That also came to be dismissed. In the meantime, they would also make an application before the benign government seeking for an order for further investigation. But what the government does is, in exercise of the powers said to have been closed upon under 173(8), though it is not so, it is only a power that is closed upon the investigator, not upon the state government. If my lord were to read section 173 subclause 8. However, my lord, the fact remains that the government would order for further investigation.
Government orders.
Government orders further investigation despite the dismissal of the writ petition and also the special leave petition by the Supreme Court. Doesn't matter. But further investigation came to be taken up. Additional report.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Further investigation order is 2019.
Yes. But the issue is this. Let them file. Doesn't matter. I was aggrieved, my lord. Subsequently, I filed. Additional report came to be filed. It can't be a supplementary charge sheet or a fresh charge sheet. It is only a report which is additional.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ವಿಡ್ರಾಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ಗೂ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಸ್ಮಾಲ್
ಅವ್ರೇನೋ ಕಷ್ಟ ಸುಖ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೊತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ದು ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಈಗ A1 ಸಿಗರೇಟ್ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಗರೇಟ್ ಇವ್ರು ತಂದ್ಕೊಟ್ಟ?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಇದು
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ತಂದ್ಕೊಟ್ರ ಅದನ್ನ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ಕಾಪಿನೂ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ.
ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ರದ? ಅವರೇ ಕಾಪಿ?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಟುಡೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ದಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾವು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಂಬಾಕು ಪ್ರಿಲಿಮಿನರಿ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ
ಸರ್ ಇವ್ರು ತಂಬಾಕು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ತಂಬಾಕು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಒಂದಿದೆ.
ತಂಬಾಕು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡ್ಲೂಬಾರ್ದು, ಸಾಲಿಟರಿ ಕನ್ಫೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್.
ಅವ್ರೇನೋ ಕುಶಲವೇ ಕ್ಷೇಮವೇ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್? ದರ್ಶನ್ ಕ್ರೈಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನು?
250 of 2024.
In crime number 250 of 2024.
Obviously, they're not supposed to have mobile phones, but he uses a mobile phone, takes a photograph of A1 Darshan sitting with 3 other persons, my lords. Now, this photograph, which was taken, becomes viral. My lords, kindly notice the photograph. This is the basis of this entire FIR. My lords, in the photograph, it's a colored photograph which you're giving, my lords, so that identity becomes easier. My lords, in this photograph, A1 Darshan is seen with a coffee mug and a cigarette, my lords, in his hand. My lords should see that photograph, my lords. A2 is a person, another who's sitting with a coffee mug. Next to him, A3, my lords should see one person who's slightly closed, my lords, not very visible. He's the petitioner before my lords, who's shown as accused number 4. And there's one other person.
What was he doing there?
He was sitting with them. Now the whole crime, according to them, is, my lords, the next day comes this registration of the FIR. Please notice the FIR. Now their entire grievance is, my lords, A1 ought not to have been smoking there. This is the grievance.
SPP ಅವರೇ, offense is the best force of defense. So you offend, ಒಳಗ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ ಯಾಕೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಿದ್ ಯಾಕೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಕೇಳೋದು. ಯಾಕೆ ಇವ್ರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು?
ಯಾಕೆ? My lords, please notice now, my lords, what are the offenses they're alleging? Now we will see the offenses which they allege.
Karnataka Prisons Amendment Act.
My lords, Karnataka Prisons Amendment Act 42 is a punishment section. Now what is the rules that are violated would be relevant, my lords. 2 rules they say that are violated. My lords, in my petition itself, if my lords would kindly have.
ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ violated rules ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ?
ಅದು ಒಳಗಡೆ, ಅದು in the complaint we get it. Complaint ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
All right.
My lords, I'm sorry, complaint ಅಲ್ಲಿ paragraph 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, my lords, at page 20. The violated rules are rule 25 Roman number 4.
Prohibited articles.
Yes, my lord. Under chapter 4, and Rule 218 under Chapter 15 of the Karnataka Prisons and Correction Service Manual. This is what is violated, my lords. My lords should have page 9 of my petition. I have extracted it, my lords. Page 9 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 25 may be noticed, my lords. Rule 25, page 9 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Notice cautioning.
Prohibited articles.
Yes, my lords. Kindly notice what is all prohibited, in which my lords should notice mobile phone. So the person, my lords, who in fact has taken this photograph, he has a mobile phone with him. Then, my lords, SIM
Who has
cards.
taken this photograph?
One person inside, inmate ante, yarante illa, he's not an accused. Anyway, my lords, please notice on the next page, my lords.
ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರದು? ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು.
ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎನ್ಕ್ವೈರಿ
ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ?
We will inquire into all
The
this.
inquiry ingredient.
As your lordship said, offense is the best form of defense.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ offended everybody.
ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ?
ಹೌದು.
Yes.
My lords, next page, ತಾವು
ಈಗ ಇವ್ರನ್ನ-
page 10 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, my lords, what is
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅಕ್ಯೂಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ 14
ಹೌದು, ಹೌದು.
ಡಾರ್ಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಅಫಿಡವಿಟ್ ಹಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ ಉಂಟು. ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಒಳಗೆ.
That's what you should record that.
Yes, yes, yes. Everything is there.
I thought I
CCTV is
should
there.
have passed that order.
Yeah,
My lords, in fact, my lords, in the prison, my learned friend will also be able to vouch with me. There's a canteen, prison canteen, my lords. In prison canteen, my lords, all articles such as eatable snacks, clothes, or stationery, all this is available. But there's a limit to what you can buy. Up to about 1,200 rupees is what you can buy in the prison's canteen. And my lords, earlier, even it used to have, my lords, cigarettes, BDs, and my lords, gutka, as well as suparis. All this was available. Now, my lords, they say smoking is regulated and not a complete ban. Now, why we see this prison's manual, my lords? Please notice, my lords, at page 10, 218 is there. Rule on smoking. Page 10 in my petition itself, I've extracted it because that's a violation
As per government regulations, smoke is prohibited in all prisons.
in all prisons. Now, please notice their own manual, my lords. If Rule 183 is noticed, Rule 183, prison offences, in which Roman number 13 may be noticed, my lords.
You identified smoking zones.
Zones. So you have smoking zones, and all this pertains to A1. Now 2, 3, and 4. 2 was holding coffee mug ante. What's the offense? Coffee mug ಹಿಡಿದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಿ.
ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ ಮಗನೇ ಯೂಸ್
ಇದು
ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
Patented mug ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
3 and 4 ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾಫಿ ಮಗ್ಗು ಇಲ್ಲ.
It looks like a different mug, so it is jail mug ಅಲ್ಲ.
It is in ceramic. It is not
ceramic.
steel. It is maybe stainless steel is what they give, I think,
That's what-
my lords, now.
ಅಲ್ಲ,
That's not
now
an
jails
offense.
are improved. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲ.
Yes, but that's not an offense according to them, my lords. Offense is A1 having a cigarette in his hand. How is it 2, 3, and 4 you have made as accused in
We'll
this
have a
for
small
these
inquiry.
offenses?
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ.
Arrest? ಇದು matter.
Wait, sir. ಆಯ್ತು. Yes, sir.
We will have an inquiry conducted.
What enquiry?
ಅಲ್ಲ, there is a cognizable offense made out.
Cognizable.
ಅಲ್ಲ